Don't you just hold on? I'll show you real love. You're going where
JP.
you want, where you want. Let you take the front seat, I'll be right by you. Only thing in my head, I swear it's all you.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? So, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. It's been 10 months since I dropped a vlog. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for that. Y'all forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Forgive your boy Pete. Today, I'm gonna be telling y'all why I did that, what happened, and what's the direction from now. So, look, there was a lot of things going on in my life that prevented me from staying consistent with my content, that, prevented me from staying consistent in a whole bunch of different areas in my life. There's things in my control, there's things out of my control, and it was just like, a whole mix up of just different things. That was just one thing happened after the next. But it was just like different things just like that. That would be like, all right, that's another setback, another setback. You know what I'm saying? I looked to my left, another setback. I turned my back, another setback. It was just setback after setback, and I was overcommitting myself to things that I didn't have to commit myself to, stretching myself thin, and it just ended up being the worst thing possible for my creative, for staying creative in general. It just wasn't a good environment for me to stay creative. So with that being said, it got, and finances was low, you know what I'm saying, things weren't popping the way I wanted it to pop. So it came down to the point where I got, depressed for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like claiming that or saying I'm depressed, because it's just not my thing. I don't even like putting that out in the air. But genuine truth, or like, honest to God truth, I was sad. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't, I felt like I wasn't the person who I set out to be. You know what I'm saying? And any self-respecting person could understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I had to pick up and say, all right, boom, here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta, make my life concise. Cut out all the fluff, cut out that extra stuff, you know what I'm saying? Stop overcommitting myself and focus on 3 different things: discipline, accountability, and consistency. So I feel like if I focus on those 3 main pillars in my life, I'll do a lot better when it comes to staying consistent, creating often, and continuing life from there. Now, with that being said, over the past 2 months, I was like, how I'm gonna play it. I felt like I wanted to do fitness content. That's not like my first, you know what I'm saying? That was like one thing in the back of my brain. I was like, you know what? It could work, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how to get fit, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty decent at that. It's definitely some, knowledge I could help people or encourage people or whatever. But it ended up just like, I like working out, but I don't like working out enough to be like creating that kind of content that's my bread and butter. Like, that's just not my thing. So I took another look and said, hold on, let me turn the AC down, because the sun coming out, the sun beaming, it's getting hot and whatever. It's not a good look for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So look, I said, all right, boom. Fitness content really, it's not my thing. It's not really Pete. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not me. So the best thing I could do for myself to make sure I stay consistent and stuff like that is to make sure that my environment or my lifestyle kind of lends to that the easiest way possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be easy to create, easy to pick up the camera and just, go. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I'm not practicing, or if I'm not creating often, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm only creating when there's an opportunity to make money, then it's gonna slow the whole process down way further. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be good. So I feel like I have to, kind of double down on that, so I can create what I want to create and have fun doing it, while at the same time staying consistent and, keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Keep my socials going and stuff like that. With that being said, I'm really trying to get back into my content bag, especially focus on those 3 pillars I mentioned before: the discipline, accountability, and the consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I focus on those 3 things, it'll be harder for me to get back into that slump. So I definitely want to use fitness as a means of developing the habit of, doing things consistently. You know what I'm saying? Staying on top of things, creating consistency, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And going about it that way, I feel like it's probably like the best way that I could play it for the rest of the year. I feel like I should focus on that. And yeah, I feel like I do a lot better. But this is me, you know what I'm saying? apologizing publicly, because it's no, like, I shouldn't have teased it. I mean, honestly, like, honestly, God truth, I was really ready to drop the vlog, and then, like I said, things just happened. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm just gonna tease y'all with the vlog, and it's just like I just didn't drop it. Like, that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come for me. But if y'all coming for me, you know what I'm saying, my bad. Because I know, honestly, bro, I know there's people that really look at my content or really look at what I do and like, yo, like, this man P, like, he really doing what he got to do, or they really get inspiration from it. And honestly, that's the whole, like, reason behind my brand. Like, 5-star, like, essentially is a symbol of excellence. It's basically like the same way you see it at restaurants, like, you know, 5-star quality, 5-star food, 5-star this, 5-star hotel, whatever. Like, it's the same kind of concept. Like, I wanted to capture the essence of what 5-star means, and, you know, use that in my brand to inspire people. Because, you know, I really like being excellent at whatever I do, whether it be fitness, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, putting on decent fits, whether it be creating art, whether it be making music, whether it be, you know, photo and video. Like, I like to get myself, or like refine my skills to where, like, you could look and be like, yeah, that picks hard. Like, you don't gotta second guess it. You know, there's a mood, there's an emotion. You know what I'm saying? When you listening to my music, you can hear, like, you know, the dedication or the little details. You know what I'm saying? Certain things like that, I feel like, you know, make sense for my brand and what I believe in. And I feel like, you know, the 5-star brand kind of like embodies that essence of what 5-star is a lot better than Better Media, which is why I changed from Better Media to 5-star. But anyway, without, you know, getting into too much of a rant, I feel like that's the kind of like the direction I want to go. Staying consistent, you know what I'm saying, creating not only, you know, when there's a, you know, a money opportunity, but, you know, creating just for fun. I really feel like I really need to, like, you know, consistently do that so I can get better, so I can master, you know, like, the basic principles of cinematography. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even when it comes to like doing like basic stuff, like understanding the rules of thirds, or understanding framing, or understanding lighting, you know, those are things that, like, they don't come by like osmosis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to practice that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get like, you can get a good frame, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I've done decent work, but when I'm looking back at my stuff, like, when I'm looking back at my music videos, I'm like, damn, bro, like, I don't like those as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I did what I had to do with the knowledge I had, you know, at the time. But I'm like, this can be better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have planned certain things better, but, you know, I feel like that's all part of the game. That's all part of being an artist. Like, sometimes you think you find a moment, or like, let's say you make a beat, and then, you know what I'm saying, you wake up the next morning, you listen to that same beat, it's like, bro, what was I making? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's part of just being an artist. But, you know, I strive to get better and better every day. Or if I strive to get better and better every day, I feel like I do, you know, what I gotta do. I feel like I do a lot better when it comes down to it. So, with that being said, I made this video as concise as possible, y'all boys. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much, but, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to let y'all know the direction I'm going. I wanted to let y'all know my bad for teasing y'all and not dropping the vlog and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm probably not going to drop vlogs like that, like the one I was supposed to drop, because it's a lot that goes into it. Like, being able to stay consistent behind the camera, you know what I'm saying, directing, vlogging at the same time. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not my thing. I don't think I want to do that. So, with that being said, I'm probably going to end up doing a lot more knowledge-based, you know, content, like, you know, letting y'all know, like, you know, my insight on things, or, you know, how I'm planning to play things with photography, or, you know, just dropping gems as I go, as I learn things. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let me see, is there anything else I had to say? I think that's about it, to be honest, fam. I feel like that's it. But yeah, yeah, let me just cut it off short before I start rambling. You know what I'm saying? Y'all boys take it easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go hit a workout right now. And, you know what I'm saying, let's get this work in.